Sorry, someone's bugging me there. Good. I was hoping the fight would end before he got close. I was a bit distracted. I'll say it. I'll keep it brief though. As I've said before in other series, mental health is a very important thing. If you're having issues, get help. It can be difficult to get the help you need, but it's good to get the help you need. People do, when they say, go to a counselor, go to a psychologist, sound like that's the end of it. It's not. You go to one, they mightn't suit you. Trust me. I can't remember what the woman's title was, but there's one, and she shouldn't have been allowed near people, never mind being, a counselor. Maybe I'll tell that story another time. This feels improper for me to say it. That's all. And I don't mean to say this to discourage people. I'm just stating the facts that it's, like basically, someone, they go to a counselor, the counselor really disagrees with them, like that, and they think, oh shit, I'm fucked. No, there's two things you got to keep in mind. There's different schools of psychology, and there's also the different counselors themselves. You may find people of the two same schools, but they've two very different manners. I'm sure that would have a major impact. And vice versa. They could have the same sort of manner and two vastly different schools, and they would still be intolerable to you. So, and then when it's the exact same with medication. So yeah, in my case, basically, if you need help, get help, but just realize that it's not. They aren't a one size. Be the medication nor the practitioners, they aren't a one size fit all. You have to find the ones that work for you, and it's very difficult, especially when it comes to the medication aspect. Trust me, I've had negative reactions to 2 medications a while back. I was actually still trying to record this. Well, I was I think like the last few sets of this that I recorded previously, I was actually going through the negative reactions, and it was really messing with me. I think I did pretty well with not showing it. Though if there was like weird discomfort in my voice, yeah, that's why. Basically, I go through reliving events that have happened. I see them flashing before my eyes. And while the events, at least in this case, and in the events that have happened, in the events in this case and the other case back when I was recording, they were a bit like they were a third category that's awkward to talk about. That's that's the typical thing, and yeah, that's just why I was rather distracted there. It feels longer to me than it probably was, but yeah. Basically, I'm just saying I know what I'm talking about. It is hard, but yeah. And it's worth getting fixed, I'm losing my train of thought here. That's why I prefer writing, because then I can be like, what the fuck am I saying? let me move back a bit. But here I'm talking off the cuff. But yeah, basically, if you need mental health care, go get it. If you can get it, get it. I know it's not within everyone's financial situation. Certainly I'm only able to avail of it because of the medical card system here in Ireland. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to. I used to go to one guy up the country, charged 100 a visit. There was another guy in town, and he charged 50 or 80 a visit. I think it might have been 50. So yeah, though there was a vast difference between them. One was a counsellor, the other was a psychologist. There's counsellors, psychologists, and psychiatrists. The difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist, I think, just is solely a psychiatrist can practice medicine. Psychologists can't. So a psychiatrist can prescribe medication to you, antidepressants and the like, while a psychologist can simply psychology at you. Which can be good in its own respect, but they can't pill at you. So yeah. So I feel like I lost my train of thought there. I'm frazzled. My head's been off. But yeah, basically. Actually, I did talk about this before, didn't I? I was saying I relive things that have happened in porn. There's actually a fourth category. That's what was bugging me today. And yeah, it's not a fun time. It's not a fun time. It's either just general damage or my OCD. I've been through a bit. The docs don't actually have a clue. They're like themselves. They have no idea. They've never explicitly said so, but their perplexing responses to it have led me to believe they're confused by it themselves. Ah, Iron, how I love thee, and how creeped the fuck out I am at your face. Okay, I need to take out these barbarian tribes and the Orcish tribes. They can't keep on keeping on. So I feel like I'm forgetting what I was saying there. But yeah, the fourth thing that I was saying there, yeah, that's not something I can comfortably express here. It's hard to explain, and it's hard to talk about in person to someone. It's never mind saying it on the internet. Plus, if someone gets confused, it's harder to clarify. It's the kind of thing you want to do face to face, So, plus, given that there's the whole murkiness about it, it makes it all the more awkward. But yeah, yeah, I think I hit all the points I wanted to hit. I said about, why I was distracted there. I said, the PSA about mental health. I said, it's not one size fits all. Yeah, so I said about everything. It just feels like I'm forgetting something, but that's just because I'm frazzled. My noggin's been off all day. My OCD flared today. Just something really triggered it, and my noggin's still a bit off afterwards. It's been hours, but to be honest, actually thinking about it, it didn't actually kick in straight after. It kicked in a little, but then I was fine, and then it flared hours later. So presumably it actually wasn't that, unless it's a late bloomer, Yeah, I've lost the guy. No, I don't have any magic left. So we're gonna have to take a hit. Good. Leadership. Counterattack. Hit points. Back. Oh great, more barbarian tribes. Those are men who will leave us alone. Oh, I think maybe what I was gonna say was, I was gonna mention about the negative reactions. Well, one, my throat swelled, and difficulty swallowing the actual tablet. Ended up dissolving so much in my mouth once that I couldn't actually taste afterwards. Cause just we get the vague, like a vague taste in my mouth, as like I couldn't just. I had something in the crisps afterwards, and I could barely taste them. It was like a vague, like, yeah, there's something in my mouth, but feck if I know what. It could be, you know, just stuffing my own arm down my throat, and it's just like, it's close enough, as far as my taste buds were concerned. But, the worst one was it was a fluoxetine thing. I was fine on it before, but taking it this time, like, I had an issue. That fourth thing I mentioned, I gotten it under control, I buried it, it was niggling on the edge of my mind, and suddenly it was, you know, bashing me over the head with a frying pan. So, yeah. Again, like I said, and I don't want to discourage people, but it's just a case of, it really isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, and yeah, it really isn't one-size-fits-all sort of situation. And, you know, people taking it as such could discourage them. Say if, you know, they go to the doc and it doesn't work out, or they go get medication and it doesn't work out. It could discourage them. But it's just a case of one size just doesn't fit all. The human mind is a bloody messy thing, you know? So, different medications will work for different people. Different docs will work for different people, you know? Same with that. Not everyone likes spinach, you know? And while spinach is categorically good for you, medication mightn't be. You know, it might be a bad one for you because of how much it fucks with your head. So it's a bit more of a dissimile when you start getting into that bit, but whatever, you know? So yeah, I don't mean to discourage anyone, but I think knowing the reality of the situation is beneficial. So you're not really like, oh, finally, I managed to muster up the effort to go to the doc and fuck, I have to do it all over again because this one's a cunt. Fuck. Or, you know, the meds are fucking with me. The reality of the situation is, you gotta feel it out. And not feel it up. You gotta feel it out. You gotta, like, you know, you have to go to the doc. You might know straight away. Lord knows, I knew straight away with a few ones. But with others, you know, you go to him a bit, figure it out. Same with the medication. It might take a week and you realize, shit, this really isn't good for me. I know with the fluoxetine, I was doing really great on the 20 milligrams. Went up to 40, you know, fucked me right in the head. And I was fine on it before. I was doing great. Though I do remember I went up to 60 and it messed with me then. That time that was different. It messed with me in a different way. I can't remember how, but it's a few years ago by now. But yeah. But yeah, I don't mean to discourage people. It's just, it's a bad idea to think it's a one size fits all. Thinking that and getting, you know, being hit with reality might discourage someone worse than knowing it up front. You know, that's my logic. I know you don't come to this to get these PSAs and shit, but it's, look, this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. Please, barbarian people, fuck off. Oof. Attack. Ow. Oh, I could do some with some salt and vinegar crisps right now. I've been on a weird craving for them for the last couple of months. I just really want salt and vinegar crisps. Maybe it's more, maybe it's my OCD, because I feel like, like every day I have to have a bag of salt and vinegar crisps. You know, maybe I'm just being obsessive about it. Trust me, my OCD is a fucking pain. I remember one girl before telling me, like, I was in my secondary school. It was a small place. You come in the front door, you go into a room on your left, and that's the classroom / lunchroom. You can have lunch anywhere, in any classroom, as long as you don't make a mess. I frequently had it with my friends up in, like, there's two small buildings to the school. I had it in the other building upstairs, basically in the study hall room. So, anyway, I was having it in that little room. I was telling you, due to my OCD, I couldn't be in the study hall at night, so I would stay in that little room and get homework done. And those were long school days. 9 a.m. though was frequently late, to like 10 p.m. 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Friday. Yeah. Anyway, I was doing homework in that little room one night during study, and the girl was talking to me, and she's asking why was I down there and whatnot. Rather than up in study hall. And so I explained that, well, I have OCD and I couldn't focus. And she was just like, oh, I wish I had OCD. I'll be so tidy. And I'm like, I'm just trying to find a note in my bag at the time. And I'm just like, to her, because I'm just like looking at my bag, and it just it's just a fucking wad of notes. Like, for a while I think I put a few notes into a folder. A few. I'm just terrible when it comes to that kind of thing, because it's just like, oh, it's so much effort. Just put it in the bag and hope that we've moved on from the notes by the time they're destroyed or I can't find them. And it always worked out. Except when it, came to actually going back over them. Except then. So I just had this huge wad of paper in my bag. So yeah, that was funny. Years later I was thinking, shit, in a certain line, like, that could have been her hitting on me in a weird way. I'm just realizing that, that's possible. I just swear I've seen that kind of thing before. I don't really have much experience with that sort of thing, so I'm just going on, I think I saw that in a TV show before. That's my little touchstone that I have. Wasn't exactly a popular kid, So, yeah. So yeah, I always find that a funny story. Just took me like, like 6 years to actually realize that. But then again, maybe she was just meaning it in a different way. Just to realize that shit, that could have been what she meant. But again, she could have meant it as I took it at the time, I have no fucking way of knowing. Personally, if someone was hitting on me that way, and I did read it right, I would figure I was just being presumptive and say, nah, it's just me reading it wrong, you gotta be honest, otherwise I just would not get it, Even if I do read it right, I'll just figure it's, I'm just, up my own ass here. Just that. Get extra stamina. Ranged defense. Parry. Ranged defense. Guard them. 7 extra coins, so I can work with that. The fact that there's water here means that blockades mightn't work. Ain't that great, kids? I so hope no children are watching my show. My shows. Like, I am not family friendly. I am not family friendly in the slightest. Oh, heavy weapon. The regiment leader addresses the hero. Our prince respects your ruler, and is ready to swear an oath of vassalage. As befits a noble gentleman, the prince will protect your lands and pay your tithes. Sure, saves me a fight, and allows me access to here. And it gets me some potentially useful units. Oh, not a fan of them. Back and accidentally started auto combat. I stopped to edit there, and I accidentally clicked into fighting these people. I was going to do so anyway, and the reason why I was hovering over the button, but I didn't mean to do it while I was editing. While I was marking this to be edited. And that job was wasted. I would favor taking out the rangers first, because the other guys are liable just to suicide. I'm gonna lose someone here, actually. I think I'm actually going to end this little set after this. It's getting on in time, so I think I'll call it. Ow. Oh, that's humiliating. How? Well, at least we can kill you a turn sooner. Offensive tactics, extra hit points, ritual cleansing, wisdom for a woman. An elven force, really? Okay, can we diplomatize with you? Negotiate. Nope. Lizardman. It's annoying that the first bit of that wood I find is right in their territory. There's bound to be more of it around, but you know, how easy is that going to be found? Controller's club, heavy weapon. Very well done. Shit. Wait, what? Okay, I think that means maybe he's got vision and I don't. Well, maybe he's got vision that sees into my territory. Like a tower of some sort. So he's still a bit away, but he's just been declared war anyway. I just wish I knew where he was going to come from so I could block it off. Of course, he could make a dock thing, but still, at least I could put things down. Fine, we'll attack. Take out their ranger first. Oh, their shaman. I was actually going to end it after the other fight, wasn't I? Bit of a Congo line forming down there. Want to take okay, if we move you there, you here, and you can. Oh, never mind. He's dead anyway. Ow. Down. Attack. No magic, so end turn. I think I could get an extra spell for him. To be honest, I'm questioning, you know, the point in doing so. Very chance we're just going to lose in a mo anyway. Damn it. I know, I've cared a little for extra morale. He's quite war on me, and I still have no clue where he is. Fuck, another elven forest. Attack. Just auto combat. And again, I was gonna end last turn, but I didn't. Engage, and spell. 24 coins, defense. Come on. I'm very much reliant on the the resources I get. Do I have a chance of just taking it? I won't do my rep too well. Died? It's fine now. Go to gentle. Don't need it. You know what? Screw this. I'm going to actually call quits here. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. And I'll talk to you next time. Till then, love and peace, baby.